Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Charlotte Flair was supposed to be part of the babyface team for this year's Women's War Games match at Survivor Series. However, things took an interesting turn this week on SmackDown, which left everyone baffled. In a shocking turn of events, Flair refused to team up with Io Shirai and others, citing her deep-rooted history with Rhea Ripley. The Queen seemed dubious of Ripley's allegiance, implying that they wouldn't be able to coexist as partners. As a result, she walked away, leaving 2 empty spots in the babyface team for Survivor Series. It looks like Triple H may have removed Charlotte Flair from the Women's War Games match to make way for former WWE Women's Champion Bayley and former Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria in Rhea Ripley's squad. The 2 superstars have been working together as a unit on Raw lately. They were also involved in a feud with the Kabuki Warriors. Bayley has been in the midst of a cryptic character change, while Valkyria has been looking to make a name for herself. Being added to the War Games will help the duo tremendously in the progression of their storylines. Hence, Triple H may be planning to put the role model and the Bird Lady in the babyface team in the Women's War Games match. While Valkyria's addition could help her rise to the top, Bayley's addition will add intrigue to this match, making fans wonder whether she could end up betraying her teammates. All in all, it will add an extra layer of excitement to this clash. Hence, this could be a reason behind Charlotte Flair's potential removal from the babyface team. However, there has been no official confirmation on whether Flair was actually pulled out of the War Games match, or if the Queen's walking away was just a storyline angle to make her eventual inclusion more dramatic. Charlotte Flair lost the Women's Tag Team Championship to the Kabuki Warriors on Raw. She has had quite an incredible run with Alexa Bliss in the tag team division. However, things may take an interesting turn from here on. Once the Survivor Series dust settles, Triple H might put Flair in a blockbuster feud. The Queen may embark on her singles run again on SmackDown. She could start an incredible feud with Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. This speculation arose after the 2 superstars had a cold face-off last week on the November 7 edition of SmackDown. Cargill was heading backstage following a promo segment when Flair confronted her. Both locked in an intense stare-down, as if the Queen wanted to prove she was still the top star in the game. Now that Charlotte Flair lost the Women's Tag Team Championship, Triple H could put her in the WWE Women's Championship picture. Besides, Jade Cargill also needs a credible challenger for her title, and what better option than the 14-time Women's Champion? Hence, Flair and Cargill could start a heated feud on SmackDown after Survivor Series. In a shocking turn that has sent waves through the WWE Universe, new backstage rumors suggest that Triple H may have deliberately removed Charlotte Flair from her War Games team to make room for 2 former WWE champions he has reportedly been planning to reintroduce in dramatic fashion. With Survivor Series season reaching boiling point, tensions across the women's division are already at their highest, and this development could completely reshape the balance of power on both Raw and SmackDown. Charlotte Flair's sudden absence from the War Games team baffled fans and insiders alike. She has historically been one of the most protected, most dominant forces in WWE, especially in high-stakes matches like War Games. The Queen's resume speaks for itself: multiple world titles, multiple main events, and a reputation for elevating every match she's in. Removing her from such a marquee bout seemed unthinkable. And yet, if new internal whispers are accurate, Triple H may have a much larger strategic play in motion, one that involves 2 game-changing names poised to return. According to reports circulating backstage, Triple H has been pushing to shake up the women's division heading into 2026, believing that the landscape has become too predictable with the same top names rotating at the front of the line. To remedy that, he has apparently been advocating for the surprise return of 2 former women's champions who could not only reinvigorate the roster, but also help reset storylines heading into the Royal Rumble season. Removing Charlotte Flair may have been part of a larger creative restructuring, meant to create space for these returns without overshadowing them. Charlotte's storyline had already slowed following her previous feud, and with War Games demanding tightly coordinated faction warfare, Triple H reportedly felt that reinserting two major names would be more impactful than continuing with the established lineup. Nevertheless, sources indicate that Charlotte was not written out due to injury or suspension. Instead, creative simply wanted to pivot. One name heavily speculated to be part of the equation is Asuka, who has been off television for weeks but remains one of the most dynamic, beloved performers in the company. A War Games return would reignite her long-standing rivalry with multiple team members on both sides. Fans remember her historic undefeated streak, her fearless style, and her chaotic presence, all of which make her a perfect fit for a high-stakes, high-chaos environment like War Games. Bringing Asuka back in such a dramatic moment would instantly shift momentum and create a fresh narrative moving forward. The second rumored return is Alexa Bliss, who has been quietly training for an in-ring comeback after months away from the spotlight. Bliss has undergone multiple reinventions over the years, from the goddess to her darker personas, and her versatility makes her a valuable asset in multi-woman matches where storytelling and character work are just as important as athleticism. Triple H has always been a vocal supporter of Bliss's creative potential, and inserting her as a surprise addition would generate a massive reaction. Replacing Charlotte with Asuka and Alexa Bliss would create a more unpredictable and storyline-rich War Games match, something Triple H reportedly prioritizes when booking major PLEs. Whereas Charlotte's presence guarantees a light in-ring quality, it also creates a certain expectation about the match's direction. By contrast, two surprise returns introduce chaos, suspense, and renewed fan investment. Another layer to this development ties into WWE's increasing commitment to balancing star power across both brands. Charlotte Flair's dominance on SmackDown has been crucial for years, but with the rise of new names like Tiffany Stratton, Lyra Valkyria, and Jade Cargill, Triple H may feel that the division now has enough emerging star power to withstand Charlotte stepping aside temporarily. Meanwhile, Raw has been missing the equilibrium provided by multiple veteran leaders, so shifting Charlotte's momentum or giving her a new storyline path after War Games could serve that purpose. Additionally, insiders speculate that Triple H wants to avoid overexposing Charlotte ahead of what is believed to be a massive WrestleMania storyline for her. Some sources even claim that WWE has been quietly planning Charlotte's next world title pursuit, but wants to rebuild anticipation rather than keeping her in non-essential matches that offer little storyline progression. War Games may simply not have aligned with the long-term arc Triple H is preparing. Fans also should not overlook the possibility that Charlotte Flair's removal could set up an angle where she returns later with a vengeance. The Queen's character thrives in scenarios where she feels disrespected or overlooked, and being taken out of War Games provides the perfect motivation for Charlotte to ignite a new rivalry, perhaps even with one of the returning champions. A storyline featuring Charlotte's Asuka or Charlotte's Alexa Bliss heading into the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania would immediately elevate both performers and provide a fresh matchup for fans. Another factor worth mentioning is the internal belief that WWE is ready for another major women's faction shakeup. War Games often acts as a springboard for alliances to crumble or new alliances to form. Bringing back Asuka and Alexa allows Triple H to experiment with unexpected partnerships or even heel turns that wouldn't have worked organically with Charlotte still in the match. This kind of creative flexibility is something Triple H cherishes, especially for long-term storytelling. From a business perspective, surprise returns are also proven ratings boosters. WWE often saves major comebacks for premium live events or high-profile episodes of Raw or SmackDown. If the reports are correct, Triple H may be counting on these returns to spike viewership and social media engagement at a time when WWE is expanding internationally and negotiating new broadcast deals. The company understands the importance of creating viral moments, and nothing generates buzz like former champions re-entering the scene unexpectedly. Charlotte's fans, of course, are divided. Many feel she deserves better treatment and should not be excluded from one of WWE's biggest matches of the year. Others believe this may be the refresh her character needs, Regardless, the speculation surrounding Triple H's decision highlights just how closely fans follow every creative move made behind the scenes. The fact that Charlotte's removal caused this much noise only proves her importance to WWE. Ultimately, if Triple H truly removed Charlotte Flair from the War Games lineup to insert two former champions, the decision may pay off dramatically. Not only would it elevate the match to must-see status, but it would also set the stage for several potential storylines heading into 2026. With Asuka's unpredictable energy and Alexa Bliss's unmatched character work, War Games could become one of the most memorable women's matches in recent years. All eyes are now on WWE programming to see whether these hints materialize. If Asuka and Alexa Bliss appear, the arena is guaranteed to erupt. If Charlotte returns later seeking revenge, the fallout could be equally explosive. One thing is certain, Triple H is not afraid to take risks, and removing Charlotte Flair from her War Games team may be the boldest creative gamble we've seen from WWE in months. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.